y'all make sure some white folks that y'all play so y'all can have some more credibility, right? Like, for some odd reason, your skin complexion give you more credibility when it comes to research and history and presenting information. That's sad. I'm gonna curse him out. I'm gonna call him a bunch of names, and then you press play on somebody else's video. Some of y'all make sure some white folks that y'all play so y'all can have some more credibility, right? Like, for some odd reason, your skin complexion give you more credibility when it comes to research and history and presenting information. That's sad. Y'all make sure some white folks that y'all play so y'all can have some more credibility, right? Like, for some odd reason, your skin complexion give you more credibility when it comes to research and history and presenting information. That's sad. All you do is, I'm gonna curse him out, I'm gonna call him a bunch of names, and then you press play on somebody else's video. Some of y'all make sure some white folks that y'all play so y'all can have some more credibility, right? Like, for some odd reason, your skin complexion give you more credibility when it comes to research and history and presenting information.
Dane, Calloway, and many folks who are putting forth information in the Aboriginal community are prone to large misrepresentation, are prone to manipulation, and can generally be confused. Why am I saying this? Well, there's something else, for example, that you might have noticed. You might have noticed that in one of Dane Calloway's videos, he actually plays a video. This is hilarious. So now you got to see this one. He plays a video that purports to be a white news person actually agreeing that African Americans were Native Americans. Listen to this piece, and then we'll describe it.
Hello, I'm William Attlee, and this is a news brief with truth. See the men on the screen. They are the ancestors of the African American, but there is a problem: their true identity. Thomas McNeely has the story.
Well, William, the African American community is deeply divided due to the tagline, African Americans ain't Africans, which can be found in numerous places on the web. Now, it should be obvious as to why it's causing a commotion, but if it escapes you, let me explain. The current American education states African Americans were brought to America as slaves from Africa, which is simply not true. They are American indigenous.
You fucking pretendians are the most gullible motherfuckers on earth, hands down.
Not descendants of Africans. As they say, the truth is stranger than fiction. Although this fact isn't spoken of openly, it's not a secret. However, with programming such as Roots, 12 Years a Slave, The African American Story, and the Book of Negroes, is it any wonder why so many African Americans are confused? We won't address all the misleading DNA tests being provided to connect African Americans to Africa.
Now, family, is he trying to tell you that you should believe him because it was mouthed by a Tomhu, because it was mouthed by a European? This is manipulative. But let's go further, because I'm actually embarrassed that some of you did not notice this.
When Reverend Clickbait Calloway mentioned people using white people to stress their points, he was actually projecting what he does.
Some of you who are confused by this must never watch the news. Did you notice you don't see a channel marker? A station marker?
Nope.
It says breaking news, but clearly what he's describing is not breaking news. Who's Thomas McNeely? What outfit do they work for? Did you notice that everything was in a really bizarre green screen? Did you notice that? You should have known that something was wrong with this. But many of you in the Aboriginal community were absolutely surprised by it. Just look at the responses in the video below. By the way, Wake Up Indigenous Niji took this section of the video and actually titled it,
My comment sections is filled with absolute idiots.
White news media confirms Dane Calloway's research is correct. And he actually seems to show the video from a cell phone. So it's really, really strangely clipped. Well, I'm going to say to you that I spent a lot of time trying to run this down because I knew that there was something wrong with it. I searched for the person's name, couldn't find anything. By the way, if he was a news reporter, why is it that we can't find his name? I also noticed that in the news report, it was curious that he was making this really, really outlandish claim, but he had no statistics. He didn't give any source for his information. He didn't explain why this is true. He just said it's true that everyone knows. That this is some kind of fact that people are aware of, but that things that show Africans and enslaved people have misled people. That was really bizarre for a news report. Well, I cannot take credit for figuring out where it came from. I'm going to say to you that I have spent a lot of time disagreeing with this brother. And I know that Sadnetta has even had his tiffs with this particular brother. But the person who figured out where this came from is Javen Bullets.
Shout out to the new black media.
He's the one that figured it out. And he needs to, while he and I don't see eye to eye on a lot of stuff, he needs to be given credit for the fact that he discovered it. He realized that the person that was making these claims is actually someone that is known as Voice Over Pete. So who is Voice Over?
Come on, Dane. Please say it ain't so, Dane. Please say it ain't so, Dane. Your credibility is out of the window. This bullshit combined with the Celeste Inez Sayas plagiarism thing that you got going on, man, you a fucking charlatan, bro.
Repeat.